Hi guys, I missed you. So today we're gonna do some sip and talk, but I do actually have wine this time. Tomorrow's Friday, but I'm off tomorrow, so it's really good. So we are nearing, or we might actually be already at a year since the very controversial J.K. Rowling thing that happened, where she tweeted things that it's like, are you stupid? Kind of a deal, where it was like, we literally looked at her like, bitch, what? And so over the last weekend, there was a Harry Potter marathon on Sci-Fi. They have them on all the time, so I think it was Sci-Fi, this particular one. But, and my friend Jenny, I could just say her first name, Jenny, sent me a text and she goes, it's been 1 year. Something about how it's been 1 year since something with Harry Potter. I didn't know what she was saying though. I think it was like a typo in it. And I go, wait, what? She goes, well, yeah, like 1 year ago, all that shit happened. And I was like, people ask you, are you a Harry Potter fan? And you're like, yeah. And it's like they kind of judge you because J.K. Rowling is, kind of said like some bitchy things. By the way, in case you are not following, she basically she said that transgender women will never actually be women or something like that. It was something along those lines, which is a bunch of bullshit. And I was very actually shocked myself that she felt that way. And the reason is because I know that her character, I believe the Dumbledore character is gay. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments. That's okay. I was surprised that she would then be kind of against another LGBT type person. Like that just to me was very surprising. That she would talk that way about any other LGBTQ. So I don't know. And then, but she kept going with it though. She wasn't just like she had a slip up, but then she was like, oh, sorry. Even so, that's kind of a big slip up, I'm not gonna lie. She kept going with it. And I'm like, okay, sis, shut the fuck up. Like at one point I actually tweeted to her, okay, shut up. Just shut up. Because shut up. And she didn't. So my friend did tell me, and I believe it was because of the marathon was on this weekend. And the only reason I know that is because Friday when so 1 week ago tomorrow, I got a new TV service. I got the AT&T and I was setting it up and I was trying to learn to do the voice thing. And Sci-Fi is a station I want because the new Chucky series is going to be on there in the fall. So I need to make sure I had Sci-Fi and that it was going to work. And because that'd be the first thing I would have to do is call and be like, I don't care. Charge me. I need my Sci-Fi. Okay. But anyway, so I put Sci-Fi on and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. One of the Harry Potter films is on. But I had it on, but I was doing other things around here because And so, when she texted me, she goes, I just kind of feel bad though, because it's like, I almost don't have a desire to watch the films anymore as a result of what she said. And here's what I said. I said, you know what? I don't buy the merchandise anymore. And I explained this to her too. And my other friend said the same thing. I don't buy the merchandise related to it anymore. But for me, as far as the films go, the reason that I'm kind of okay with the films is because the actors that are in these films are actually wonderful people. They are all wonderful people. Let's talk about Emma Watson for a minute, guys. Holy shit, right? And pretty much everybody involved in it as far as the acting goes. They're all wonderful people. So for me, I'm watching it because I want them to get residuals from it because they're all cool. I follow any of them that have an Instagram or a Twitter. I follow them on there. I do not like J.K. Rowling like that anymore. I just don't. I don't support her like that anymore. Let's also talk about how fucking Fantastic Beasts, they fired Johnny Depp for the whole thing but then they still have J.K. Rowling. Well, because she's I don't know, whatever. That's another video for another day. We'll talk about that another day. But it, I'm like, yeah, because sometimes I do too. I'm like, should I be watching these? But it's and I've already bought the movies on, I think, Blu-ray, DVD, whatever they came out on, obviously a long time before this whole thing happened. So I have that. And I have other merchandise, again, that I bought before she came out as being kind of a transphobe, which is it's very weird to me that she's that way because I just think it's very strange. I was very shocked to find that out. How some celebrities will say certain things. Yes, my wine glass is actually tilted. Got it at a science store. It's actually tilted. But anyway, we get distracted up in here. like there's some people who will say things where you're like, yeah, kind of figured. Or like there's some actors or like different, you're like, oh, I kind of had a feeling they felt that way, or like, whatever. Her, when she came out to be this transphobic, I was like, bro, where the fuck, like, how? I was so lost because I feel like it's just so sad because some of the community that like probably loved that you had this thing with like one of the characters being gay. Like they probably, like other LGBTQ who maybe aren't necessarily gay, but like, like other that could be transgender too, probably really were like, dude, this is nice that this person like thinks of this and is like, hey, I'm gonna make this realistic in that way. And then you go and say shit like that, and now these people are like, well, fuck me, dude, right? Like, fuck me. Because I sat here and supported your ass through all that, and now here you are tweeting these ridiculous things, and then people were tweeting like crap back to her, and she was just like responding also in a very negative way. Like, but I mean, because I get that like cancel culture is a thing. But like in some cases, these people say and do stupid shit. And it's like, that's why you got canceled though, dude. Like I know in some cases people do nothing. Like they wear the wrong color shorts with the wrong color shirt. It's like, oh, cancel. It's like, all right, dude. Like, but some people like J.K. Rowling say ignorant shit. Get canceled because they say ignorant shit. And it's not just like, I don't understand this. Can somebody please explain it to me? That would be different. But you also just should not put that on your public Twitter platform. And also, here's the thing. She doesn't understand it. That's fine. But also, I think humans have to start understanding that we don't have to understand everything. Just because you don't understand it doesn't mean it's not legitimate. If you're not going through it, or you're never going to be going through it, you don't have to understand it, fam. Like, you don't have to understand. And you're not the police of who should live their life what way, though, right? So you might not understand why somebody is transgender, but they are, because that's who they are. You don't get that. Well, that's nice, because maybe you're not transgender. Cool. There's nothing wrong with that either. But what you have to do is you have to give every person that exists in this world the same respect that you would want someone to give you. Someone being different than you are doesn't make them wrong, right? We need to get there. I think like grown adults need to get there, because we always tell kids that, well, just because someone looks different from you, or, because they have a different skin color, they have a different like this and this and that, doesn't mean that's a bad thing. Okay, well, let's learn to do that with people in general. Like, okay, just because someone is like, I'm transgender, and you aren't, doesn't mean that person's wrong and that you're right. That doesn't mean that. That is who they are. You can't be telling people that they're wrong for being who they are. And if you don't understand it, whatever. Who cares? You don't need to understand it. You need to just respect people. It's not that difficult to understand, but I'm just saying, if you don't understand it because you just don't, that's fine. But leave it at that. It's not like, well, I don't understand it, so it's not okay because I don't understand it. Well, when did that become a thing? Where everybody has to understand everybody else in order for them to be, for their situation to be legitimate. Why? It's just stupid. It's stupid. Anyway, guys, have a great Thursday, Friday. I think this will go up I'm going to put it up Thursday, but sometimes it does take a while to upload, so it might not be up until like early Friday morning. But if it comes out Thursday, happy Thursday. If it comes out Friday, happy weekend. Have a wonderful weekend. Be safe, wear a mask. Again, accept others, love others. You don't have to understand everything everybody does. It doesn't mean that they're wrong. It doesn't mean that you're right. Okay? And, yeah. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next video, which will be this weekend. Peace. And wine.